Welcome to math class. Trying for round 2 on perimeter of shapes here, since there was a little bit of technical difficulty and the audio wasn't able to come through on that last video, so I had to pull it down and we're trying again. So we are looking at perimeter of shapes. We're starting a new unit on 2D shapes, and we're going to start looking at squares. Perimeter is the easiest of things that we have to add up because it's a really simple process that we have to do. The best way to think about perimeter is as if you are building a fence around your object. So for our particular example, we're going to go ahead and use the one that I pulled right off of Mathletics, which has our red square here. Now they're telling us that we have 5 centimeters right here, another 5 on that side. We have 8 centimeters and 8 centimeters on the other two sides. All we have to do to find perimeter is add all sides. Very simple. So for this one, perimeter is going to equal 5 plus 5 plus 8 plus 8. 10 plus 16 is 26 centimeters. All right, so what that means is that the total distance from here to here to here to here is going to be 26 centimeters. If they were building a fence around that square, they would need 26 centimeters to cover the whole thing. Very simple. Let's take a look at another example. Now squares are easy because, and that actually wasn't a square. I'm not sure why they called that example square. It was a rectangle. But rectangles and squares are very similar. The process is not going to be the same, or sorry, it's not going to change. It's going to be the same. But we've got a couple rules that we get to look at. So for instance, if we're looking at our blue rectangle here, we know that they tell us it's 15 inches and 20 inches. But Mr. Waldo, there's 4 sides to a rectangle. How come they're only giving us 2 numbers? Well, because with a rectangle, there's a couple rules. We know that the opposite sides of any rectangle are going to be equal. So I know that if this side over here is 20 inches, this one is also 20 inches. Same thing over here. If this is 15 inches, this one is also going to be 15 inches. So my perimeter is going to be 20 plus 20 plus 15 plus 15 equals 40 plus 30. My final perimeter is 70 inches. Which we can see down at the bottom, is not 35 inches. So clearly whoever answered this question just decided to take the numbers that they were able to see and add it up. But they were missing the numbers they can't see, but that we do know the value. And it turns out the correct answer is 70. Good for us. Okay, on to the next example. Little bit trickier. So we're going to be dealing with another rectangle, slightly different shape. Oh, sorry, this one's actually a square. Now we get a square. And the nice thing about a square is we know that all 4 sides are the same. So I'm going to have 50 plus 50. So 4 sides are 50. Now, my perimeter is 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. But I'm going to actually simplify this a little bit. I know that if I have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms that are exactly the same, that's the same as saying there are 4 groups of 50 feet, and I want to know how much they are. Turns out 4 times 50 is going to give me 200 feet. If I were to add 50 plus 50 gives me 100, plus 150, or sorry, plus another 50 gives me 150, plus another 50 gives me 200. Right? So I'm able to check my math and I find out that it's right. And if we slide on down to the answer, yay! We got 200 feet. Very easy. But what happens if we lose a side? Oh no, we're going from squares and rectangles to triangles. We've lost a side. We're down to only 3 sides. Well, If anything, it actually becomes a little bit easier for us. Okay, I only have 3 sides to add up. My perimeter is not going to stay the same. Perimeter equals add all sides. All right, so it equals 47 plus 47 plus 34, which winds up giving us an answer of, sorry, got interrupted there for a second. It gives us a final answer of 128, which if we go ahead and slide down here, we find out, yay, 128 is correct. All right, I'm going to move back up here to the top of my example. All right, so next one, if we keep on sliding down, I'm going to be doing the same thing. All right, I gotta make this smaller now. I'm going to be doing the same thing with my next triangle. Okay. So my perimeter is going to equal adding all the sides. So I have 8.3 plus 8.3 plus 4 gives me 16.6 plus 4 gives me 20.4. What's our unit? Millimeters. Go ahead and check our answer. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, I was not paying attention. 16.6 plus 4. Oh, 20.6. Okay. Wasn't paying attention when I was bringing my decimal points down. So that is our quick and easy primer on how we calculate area. Go ahead and sign on to your Mathletics account and give it a shot. See you in class.